Okay, so Slack. I presume you can all see your characters. Let's get rid of that one. So anyway, so following the leaving the camp, you arrived back at town late at night after some pretty epic fails on your journey, and everything's dark. All the torches, apart from a few, have been out. All the doors seem closed. Everything seems eerily quiet, apart from in the centre of town, Lord Offerton, who you can hear quietly weeping, crouched over the unconscious body of Slack Panther. I don't know, what's the last thing you remember, Slack Panther? Yeah. So you went back to camp, and then for some reason during the night you disappeared again, and then they headed back, and here you are, unconscious, Lord Offerton weeping over your body. Yeah. You can see the two Lord Offerton's two bodyguards just standing behind him, looking sorrowful. Lord Offerton looks up, rubs his hands across his eyes, and looks down. He just lets out in a broken voice, "It's happened! The curse! The curse! It's come true!" "I have a confession. There is a legend in our town that tells of a spirit wolf who lives in the woods surrounding the village. It has for generations been folklore that any man who himself allows his inner beast to take control would become a servant of the Hoxtor wolf spirit. At 18, every young man is sent to spend a night, 5 nights alone, in cabins strewn across the countryside surrounding the village, and it is said any who return are deemed now men in control of their inner beastly urges, for the Hoxtor did not take them. However, in recent decades the folklore fell out of favour. New influences approached our small town and the tradition slowly died. Men were no longer sent to the cabins. However, there was a prophecy. It foretold that should men no longer face the challenge, that the town itself shall slowly succumb to the power of the Hoxtor, and all who live within shall become no more than a beast. I fear this is the path of our town now. I have failed them." "The Hoxtor, it is merely a myth, a legend. It cannot be truly true. I had hoped, in all honesty, that bringing adventurers to our town for this competition would help rid us of these curses, for I felt they were not real. It would end these stupid traditions, but it seems the opposite is true. Maybe the Hoxtor is real, and I'm ashamed to say I did not see how close at hand it was. I was being played for a fool. Your friend here, Slack Panther, he is more a part of this than I fully yet understand." "Oh dear, indeed, the town has gone wild with madness. People are in frenzies. They roam the streets, face dripping with that red nutrient bar froth at the mouth. The upper quarter has been overcome. Ransacking is taking place as we speak. Anyone who could has left our town. The prosperity is in ruins." The guy who was there at the beginning, Andreas von Beaumont, he was the head of the company that made the nutrient bars. healthy and vegan. I do not know, but the Hawkstore, he is in this Slack Panther's image. I've seen many pictures, many depictions, and your friend Slack Panther, he bears an uncanny resemblance to the Hawkstore. He's not here. The whole town seems to be empty, abandoned. Slack Panther is here. Slack Panther rouses from his deep, dark, disturbing dreams. Offerton. Sorry, hold on a second.
Shouldn't forget about the lass that we've brought back.
Oh yeah. Where was she?
She was on Trixie's back, so
Oh,
I don't know where.
anywhere then.
We'll just assume we don't know where she is.
All right, Trix has gone for a wander with her on her back. Fine.
Yeah, Trix is nowhere to be found. The lady is wherever he is.
Okay, she.
She is.
True.
Lord Offerton looks up and he says, "You have roused him, but be wary. I do not know the connection, but I fear there is evil at the heart of this, and I think I know who."
Go on, man.
Andreas von Beaumont. We have always been wary of him. He was born here in this town, but he was different. A dark complexion. His eyes spoke of evil. He never did anything wrong, but we always feared him. We sent him away as we always did the 18-year-olds to the cabins, and he did not return. We suspected the Hawkstore would take him, for he was beastly at best. But 10 years following, he did return, and with him, he brought charm and power. He started the Nutriem Bar Company. He put money in the pockets of our citizens, gave them jobs, but over time things became tense. He was using the underground gangs to support his business, and quite quickly I could no longer control them. I had no choice but to find a way to live with it, and with Andreas paying his taxes, I needed the money, so I let it go. But now these Nutriem bars and everything else that comes with them has gotten out of hand. You must stop him. Andreas keeps office at the local church. I have no more guards, no army, no men. You are the only adventurers who stayed long enough and have proven your power beyond measure. Please, I beg you, he must be stopped.
Okay.
Is that actually what Arrow says? Just okay.
No. I'll just. Alice just turns around to him and says, "How many of the villagers are still here? Do you estimate?"
I do not know. Any that are have gone mad. Others have locked themselves in their homes. The rest have fled.
Okay. I'm going to go around to my fellow adventurers and just have a quick chat with them. So what's the play here, boys? If I remember rightly, to the south there was an armourer, and if he's gone, we may be able to take his wares, and then we could deal with this nutrient bar fellow.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan. I'm curious. What are those fireflies?
What fireflies? Oh, they are fireflies. There's a small altar there, and the fireflies appear to be just flying around it.
Didn't know if I missed something. If it's worth because I missed out some chunks.
Nothing specific was spoken about.
We've never investigated that shrine, I don't think.
Oh, I'm all for taking some armor. I could use some armor.
Yeah, I think.
But
Aroster says, "Yeah, we'll deal with this nutrient bar fellow and see what's going down. But first, we've had some business to the south."
Please, your help would be appreciated. I fear I have no more control or power here.
Before we go, could you spare your guards to aid us, perhaps?
I cannot. They're the only thing left to protect me. They are sworn to my sides forever. And they both just slam their hands on their chests. For Lord Alfreton!
I'm gonna stand strong and try and persuade him that this is a life or death situation for everybody.
I appreciate your willingness and your need, but mine is stronger. Without me, the entire town would be in complete ruins. I must survive, and these are the only two who can keep me alive.
Very well. Can you tell me about the fireflies at least?
Ah, those fireflies. They've always liked that altar. I do not know why. There is nothing special that we know of. We use that for our rituals, our offerings, fruit, various items, handmade crafts. The fireflies just seem to enjoy it for some reason.
Okay. Aros says, yes, we'll deal with the altar in a moment. Fireflies. Mumbo jumbo.
Got the armory there, is it?
The door is bolted and padlocked.
Let's picklock it. Picklock, lockpick.
I've not got anything.
I don't have a lockpick.
Who's got the tools? Is it?
It would be tricks.
Tricks.
It would be our stealthy camel with a woman on its back.
We could try and bust it down, I suppose.
Oh, I don't have any tools.
Wait a moment.
Is there any other shops nearby? Because I've got this pistol I want to sell.
God, where are you going?
I want to go in here. Is this open?
Oh, he's just locked it, hasn't he?
That's a car. It's just a wooden car. I don't know why it's got a door.
That's a door.
I don't know why it's got a door. Yeah, that's a little. It's just a little like wooden thing on the back that you can open and shut.
Little dog-in station.
Yeah.
Seems to be locked up tight.
Got a bit excited. A bit too excited.
What's the guy's name? What's this guy's name again? Sorry.
Lord Offerton.
Lord something. Lord Offerton.
Yeah.
My lord, do you have the keys to the? Is it a keep? I don't even know what that is. I guess.
To the Costa. The Costa.
Yes, I left some belongings that are very close to me inside.
I do not. That is owned by the Costa, the guild. They have locked it up, sealed it tight, and left. I hope when this is all over they can return.
Have you got
That's
any lock
disappointing.
picking tools?
Let me check. I do not think I have, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Very well. What have you got? Have you got anything that can help us in this mission of yours?
I fear I have nothing left. There are books in my office. I have some small writing utensils. This brazier here, I don't even think I have my dignity left anymore.
He's pretty useless, isn't he? All right, okay. Yeah, Slack. Do you want to check out these fireflies up here?
I'll have a little ganders.
Offerings to an altar. What a load of rubbish.
I shall also come and look.
I'll have a little check around. My investigation's terrible, but maybe I can use my insight. I don't know what insight's good for actually. Not this. Who's got investigation?
I've got history. I've got +1 plus 2 investigation.
Have a little look.
Pardon me.
Okay, boys, I've just got to be back in a sec.
Fully out. Can I roll to investigate it then?
So it's just a stone carved altar. You can actually see the remnants of dried fruits and bits and bobs.
Oh, right, so they're just fruit flies then. Sparkly fruit flies.
No, they're definitely not fruit flies. They're glowing. They seem to enjoy the altar specifically.
Okay. Investigation, yeah? I'm going to investigate. Where all these buttons are. Oh dear.
So you eye up around the altar. You notice some markings, various carvings around the stone. Nothing that you recognise. You look through the items. You don't see any real value in them. They just look like old dried fruits and flowers. A few bits of like handcrafted, whittled caricatures, carvings, those sorts of things. You can't really make any specific sense of what it might all mean.
Well, guess there's nothing to be had there then.
Sorry, guys. Terrans just chanted everywhere. We're back in about
yeah.
10 minutes, maybe.
Is there any form of shops around?
The whole
are
town
open.
appears completely abandoned. The only lights you can see are coming from the wooden shutters at the pub. All the other houses are completely in pitch black. The torches are out, doors are locked. You hear no noise. This one.
What's the pub again? That one. Okay. Gonk will walk over to the pub.
It's not even.
Where's the entrance to it again?
Yeah.
Right. Come on, Gonky.
So the door looks shut and locked.
I'll
You can see
knock on
the
the
faint.
door then.
You can see the faint flickerings of light.
Can't the cat.
I'll,
Right.
I'll knock on the door with my large fist.
Okay, you hear some whispering behind the door, but no movement and no one answers.
I'll shout out, "It is us, the adventurers. Let us in."
Some more whispering, some arguments, and some knocking of the shutters just here, but still no movement to the door.
Okay, I'll knock again and say, "We require food and ale."
You hear some shushing, some heavy shushing, and some loud footsteps stamping across the wood, and someone approaching the door. You hear their hand against the other side. Hey, who's there?
It is Gonk.
Gonk? I don't remember Gonk.
You remember our gold, and then I'll rattle my my little gold pouch.
There's been many adventurers here. They made a mess of the town. Look what's happened. This should never have gone ahead, this stupid competition.
We're here to end the competition.
Good, and what of the town? Then what? We're left in tatters. You people, come here, spend your money. Leave us in ruins, I tell you.
The message of your town has nothing to do with us.
Tell me why I should believe you.
Again, I dangle and jingle my my pouch of 148 gold.
You hear a very loud shrieking behind the door. Bronte! Bronte, leave them! They're murderous felons, the lot of them.
I'm going to charge up, persuade him that we've been sent by the guys in the town. we need to get in.
I'll slip a. What are you doing?
Trying to persuade him to open the door.
Oh, I recognise that voice. Ah, yes, you're the wolf. Well, what say you, Lord Offerton offers you some way of helping us? Do you think you can save us?
Why do they need saving?
Is that what you're persuading him that you're going to save him?
No, I'm saying why do they need saving?
Who?
The pub.
Yeah, the guy in there. What does he need saving from?
The whole town's gone mad.
Oh.
There's been an uprising. Everyone's turned to chaos. They've locked themselves in for safety.
We're the only hope left.
He does believe you, and you sense in his voice that he's persuaded.
I'll slip a gold coin underneath the door.
I'm opening it, and you hear the door starting to be unlocked, but some shrieking. I told you, it'll only end in tears. The door is unlocked. And
Yay!
peek inside. You see Bronte, the barman, standing at the door, his young daughter at the window peering out, and his crazy wife behind the bar.
Come on, Gonk. There we go. He's moved now. Okay, I'll walk over to the bar and I'll ask for a gallon of ale.
Enos. I'm not serving you. I didn't let you in. Speak to my stupid husband.
Well, I'm in now. You might as well get some money out of me.
Bronte, you can deal with these stupid adventurers ruining our town. I'll have no part of it. Just storms off. Oh, you stupid wife. And he shuts the door and heads over to the bar.
I'm gonna let myself into the kitchen.
You!
I'll speak to.
Where do you think you're going? That's my kitchen.
I am hungry.
Hungry, I don't care. I'll slit you eyeball to eyeball. You get in my kitchen. You want food? I'll make it. Just get out.
No, what's the bloke behind the bar called? Bronte.
Broti.
Bronte.
Has she
Bronte,
got-
what's going on in the town?
She slumps over the bar. He says, they've all gone bad. Everyone. I don't know what happened. For no reason at all, they all just wanted to start trashing the place. I locked the doors as soon as I could, wouldn't let them in. They headed to the upper quarters, they've trashed the place, ransacked everything, set it on fire. They're foaming at the mouth with them Nutrine bars. Got something to do with what's in them, I tell you. Them underground bosses, they've been hanging around too. I want no part of it. I need my business to stay alive.
Where are the nutrient bars made?
I don't know, it's to do with him, that Andreas von Beaumont. Since he was a kid, he's been strange. Should have been kicked to the dirt like we used to. All these people went soft on him.
Where can we find him?
At the church. Just north of here, you'll find the church. He's set up office there. Comes and goes as he pleases. Nobody dare stop him.
Alright. Cool. Slack, where's my dinner?
I was gonna have a little look around, see if there's anything I can steal.
Jesus! I told you get out of my kitchen! There's it's just like general kitchen stuff in there. There's a few steaks on the table that she was kneading and preparing, some apples that are being washed by the sink. Some sundries, general food provisions. Anything you'd find in a tavern.
So whilst she's unable to see me, I'm just gonna slip 3 steaks in my.
Oh, she can see you, mate. She can
Oh, no,
fully
she
see you
could-
the whole time.
She couldn't. She was outside.
No, she stood at that door screaming at you. She seems to be very loud, but she doesn't seem to be very physical.
Okay. And then
She's shouting
That's
at
the
you the
case.
whole time, but you sort of started blocking out the words. You can just hear her voice screaming in the background.
that'd be as worth using a spell just to steal the steaks.
What's that in Dom's video? Is that a cat?
Yeah. It's a
Oh.
cat's ass.
I'm gonna try my sleight of hand to just grab the steaks from behind me as I walk out.
Okay.
Like just like put my hands behind my back and just grab them off the counter.
So you spin round, grabbing them.
No, I'm not turning round. I'm
Okay.
just like putting my hands behind my back as I was leaning up against the counter,
Okay. Okay, yeah.
and just try and pull him off just pull him off with me. And then I'll keep my hands behind my back. I said sorry, and just walk off backwards.
Broti, he's stolen the steaks! He's done what? Stolen the steaks? Are they even cooked? No! Barely even needed them. Do you know what? Do you know what? Sod you all! And she goes in, slams the door, and you hear a massive clunk as she locks herself in the kitchen. Dear God. Not sure what's worse, you upsetting my wife like that. I'll be in for murder this evening.
Gonk will slip five silver over the table to.
Aye, that'll do it. Thank you, good man.
I'm gonna, since it's now common knowledge, I'm gonna pierce the steaks with Mr. Floppy and hold them over the fire to cook them.
Nice.
Gonk looks over and stares at Slack Panther. Deep stare. Not even blinking.
What happened to Everard? He's logged into thingy. Oh, laptop crashed totally. Well.
Yeah.
I bring Mr. Floppy over, just whack it down on the table with the steaks on it, and say, "Dinner's up, boys," and give one to Gonk and the barman.
Sweet. I nod, thankfully in Slack's general direction, and gobble it up without even chewing it. Just stick it in my mouth and swallow. Well, whoa.
Got to give us at least 10 temporary HP, isn't it?
Yes. No. Does make you feel an awful lot better though. It's an extremely delicious steak. You can tell that that is from the farm where the spirit cow was. It's clearly a very good tender meat.
Fancy a steak now.
Well aged.
There's nothing in. What should we do? Should we take a walk up to the lot to the church, or should we wait for the others?
Wait for Dom.
Tell everyone if we
So
reboot.
So while you're in the pub, you can hear a ruckus outside, and the daughter Vetla, who's peering out through the shutters, shouts, "Father, father, quick! The ruffians! They've come to burn down the pub!" And you can see outside 3 citizens of the town foaming at the mouth with red gunk, brandishing torches, just shouting and hurrahing, pointing at the pub. "Burn it down! Burn it to the ground!"
Donk, being a big fan of pubs, walks to the door, unbolts it, and walks out. Oh, how do I undo it?
Just click it.
Okay.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
then I'll lock it behind me.
burn it to the ground. And you see them, they just look like completely frantic and erratic. They're just shaking, shouting, and
Donk walks over and shouts, "I'll burn you to the fucking ground, you cunts!"
"Hop,
And then
bugbear! You've been slandering our town for too long. We'll have none of it. Burn it to the ground. Burn him to the ground." And they're just like pointing at Gonk, brandishing their torches, shaking them furiously.
okay, well, Donk will ask something. Back now, I'm just going to twat this one here with me Morning Star. This one, that one here.
Yeah, go on then.
Morning Star, Morning Star, Morning Star. Cat. Oh, I got double click it on. There we go.
You got to target him now.
Oh, did that target him? Oh dear. That's a good start to the night.
Gonk, in his furious rage, accidentally tosses his Morning Star, which lands with a thud in the altar where Aros is still pondering.
Mother chucker.
The bandit, seeing this, laughs. "Ha ha! Got you now, bugbear!" And immediately retaliates with advantage.
Go on then.
Can't remember how to target you. I think just clicking on use enough. I can't remember. Oh, there we go. Swinging his scimitar with advantage. and still manages to miss. Gonk, the sturdy fighter that he is, fends off the attack. The other two, seeing this, look slightly wary.
What? Are we in combat now?
No, we're just pretending.
Just pretending.
We're
All
just
right.
wasting time.
Okay, then I'll spray poison spray at him.
If you click damage, I think it'll give me the roll.
Yeah. Normal. Yeah, DC 10 Constitution
Okay.
or 12 damage. I'm expecting at least like 400 XP.
It fails, and the poison spray shoots straight into the ruffian's face, knocking him clean to the floor. The other two seem to lose their confidence, but don't entirely leave and just start slowly backing away, brandishing their torches. You killed him! How could you? How could you kill him? He was one of us, one of the townsfolk. You are nothing but evil. I knew it.
I'll move a little bit closer. Is that was dead then?
Yeah.
Slack, do you wanna play with one of them? You muted.
No, I'm all right. In fact, no, I'm all right.
I'll just Eldritch Blast this one and.
Ooh.
Oof.
Guess that's a hit.
Oh, it does tell you that, but yeah, it's a hit.
Is it? Oh,
No,
it
tells
does,
you
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh, only 2 damage though.
Fucking Eldritch Blast is.
1d10. You rolled a 2. The bandit, feeling confident after taking a mere scratch from Gonk's Eldritch Blast, charges in and launches a volley of blows with his scimitar.
No, I got hit. That's not good.
It hits for 4 damage.
Oh dear.
The other bandit, also now feeling confident, pulls out a
Hang on.
pulls out a crossbow and fires a crossbow at you.
Motherfucker.
Take that! But the crossbow shoots, misses, and just twangs into the post behind. Doing.
Okay.
He seems to lose confidence in that and just sort of takes a step backwards. His friend, who's now engaged in combat, looks at him. Where are you going? We were in this together. And he just, like, more of the red gunk just starts frothing out the side of his mouth.
Okay, I'll poison spray this fucker then. Shit.
The bandit, seeing it coming, manages to cover his face, blocking any damage, feeling even more confident, just launches back with a scimitar. the superior warrior, manages to dodge all the blows.
Okay.
The other
Okay.
guy at the back, now on the verge of running, seems to not want to fight. His friend, who's engaged with Gonk, he just looks around him. He goes, "God damn you! Shoot him! Shoot him for God's sake!" He just stands there looking confused, wavering.
I'm going to go for Eldritch Blast against that prick.
What? Can you cast Eldritch Blast without your mace?
Yeah.
Is it just a cantrip? I thought you had to. I didn't know if it came out
Yeah.
of the weapon. Or was that just the way Dom does
No.
it?
I don't know. Hang on. Beam of crackling energy streaks toward an enemy within range.
The B and S thing, isn't it? It's got
Like evocation.
Okay.
yeah, so it's spoken, I think.
Okay. So the bandit, now feeling even more confident, seeing that Gonk has no main weapon, can't even hit him with his Eldritch Blast, just laughs furiously, spitting red goo all over Gonk's face. You can smell the sour bitterness of the red goo as it slaps you in the face. And he swings with his scimitar. Oh, but Gonk, again, the superior bugbear, completely misses. His friend at this point just decides there's no point in fighting after seeing Gonk's superior display of force, and just turns tail and runs.
Okay. I'm going to dagger the fucker this time. Just, why the fuck not?
Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Misses.
Oh, mother.
Bandit, seeing his
no,
friend
nice.
run, just can't decide. Does he run? Does he stay and fight? Gonk couldn't even get him with his dagger, so he turns and he says, "I'll still take you alone." Seems to be overly confident. He sniffs in hard, and some of the red goo just slimes up his nose. You can see his eyes start to burn bright with rage, and he swings his scimitar.
But, we
Misses.
we
I can hear you now.
We convinced the guy in the pub to let us in,
All right.
and then Scrag bought a gallon of beer, drunk it. I stole some steaks and cooked them on the fire, and we ate the steaks, and then we got in a little bit of an altercation in the street where Gonk has just killed 2 village folk.
And I've only killed one so far.
Okay.
Second one needs a constant.
One standing around us.
Oh,
Oh, we did
Wow.
find something out though. There's a church to the north. You can go and check it out.
oh, okay. Sounds great.
Lord Offerton did tell you that. Did you not hear that bit?
Oh,
Maybe.
Uh,
I don't think I heard that bit.
Only listen to innkeepers.
What's happened to what's happened to Mark?
he's dead.
I don't know.
Oh.
His laptop's having a mirror apparently. Yeah, because
God.
apparently I didn't roll the Constitution saving throw in time, so it just killed him.
Oh, brilliant.
He failed to
Oh.
even attempt a Constitution saving throw. He just let the acid just burn through his face, his eyes to the sky, wired and wild. He just screamed and went down without caring. They're just mental.
Well, I'll go over here and pick up my Morning Star that fell out my hand.
All right. I'm just finishing off killing off some sick. I'll be right with you.
Hang on. What did I get?
Nothing. You got.
No, I've got to get the XP.
Oh,
You
there's more.
killed innocent, raging civilians.
Yeah, but that's obviously about 400 XP each.
A 0 XP.
Mother chucker.
And if
Why
this was a game where you receive points for good and bad, you'd be heading down the bad scale as well.
Oh no.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's never stopped him before.
Yeah.
Gonk from being this peace-loving, animal-saving bugbear is now just raging hard.
So what has Lord Offerton seen this happen as well?
Yeah, Lord Offerton is just standing there watching down below as Gonk just raged through 2 of his villagers.
They tried to burn down the pub.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go and kill protesters for protesting, would you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Climate Change UK deserve it. I'm on Discord on my mobile and I'm trying to get this to work. So hopefully I can get back in the game.
Right. Sick done. Let's go.
Your cursor's on Foundry, so
What a palaver.
Yeah, I've got that on the computer. Like I'm just going to try and keep it simple in here. I don't know what's going on. I just can't understand. It worked fine for the whole 24 hours. Yeah.
yeah, that
It's decided not
disk
to now.
usage sounds like there's something weird going on your laptop.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
It says Foundry's taking up most of it, though. Foundry's like just killing it.
It probably will, but I mean, 100% seems excessive.
Shouldn't be. Yeah, I know. It's mental. Yeah.
So if
Right,
you
so what have I missed?
trying to put your settings right down on Foundry to like
set your
nothing.
FPS to like
That's a good.
0 and turn off.
Yeah,
all the other
that's a
shit.
great shout as well.
This is a
Forgot about
new IP, so it probably hasn't saved what we did previously.
that. Oh yeah, that is a great shout.
If we click the cogs and then
To be fair,
performance
Yeah.
Foundry
mode.
on my
Then-
computer uses 0.4% of the CPU and only 286 meg of RAM and 0.1 meg on the disk a second. It's literally barely.
Yeah, I need to drop it down.
It's
Yeah,
mine-
because mine's like
mine's on
over
full.
1,000.
Mine's on
it's
full and
killing
it's
it.
only doing that, so it shouldn't be going that bad. Discord's using more.
This is so slow. I mean,
Shouldn't be using your disk.
Right, here
Just
we go.
download it either.
what should I drop the frame rate down to?
The lowest.
minimum.
It doesn't even matter frame rate on this. Just drop it to the bottom.
Performance mode low.
Yeah, low. I did all this on the laptop that Rob was using. And I couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Right, let's give that a go. I'll drop the frame rate down and that down to 10
The frame rate should help because that'll just
and down to
whack it
low.
down.
So what exactly happened with those villagers? They just
Should
literally
play-
attacked out the blue, or
So they-
No. So they came
What about
running in,
low?
brandishing.
I saw.
Sorry, go on. They came running in, brandishing torches, like just raged up, foaming at the mouth with the red stuff.
all right, okay. What do we do with this shrine? Do we do anything with that?
They went and had a look and investigated it. And with quite
Okay,
low
I've-
investigation rolls, we weren't able to find anything important.
Okay. I'll come back to that in a minute then. Loads of things come to my head while I was cleaning the sick up. So.
Nice.
Yeah, Lord Aros stands next to Lord Offerton and starts to warm with his hands and just says, I guess you saw what we're up against here. Your villagers have turned against you.
I know. It is a disaster. I do not blame them. They are under the powers of that Andreas. It's that goddamn new dream stuff. They've all gone mad. I don't know how to stop them.
Aros just nods at every word and he just says, well, I believe the Great Galloper has a path for you. Join us. Become a hero of this town. Your name will be revered for the years to come.
What do you mean, join us?
Join us in the quest
I
to
cannot.
end this Neutrine bar.
My place is here in the village. I must remain. I must try and find a way forward. If I go with you and I die, there is nothing left. I must count on you and your fellow adventurers to save us now. There will be great reward for you. You shall have a great place in this village if we can save it.
Aros just looks at him for a moment and then looks at his guards. He said, "Are you mad? Do you want to have a village to come back to?" And he uses it in intimidation for that.
Becoming quite nervous now. Looking, it looks shakingly. He looks down at his hands and clasps them together, and he says, he looks up. He says, "So, what do you suggest we do? Don't know how we can be of help to great warriors like yourself."
Well, the more men we have, the better, I suppose. You have to stand at the back. You can command your men as you wish, but you'll be the hero, obviously.
I do not like the sound of this, but okay, we shall come with you. I do not know what help we can be.
Eros just uses his hand to gesture to everyone else, like Gonk, Sail, and Slack, wherever he is. I said, "We are, as you say, great warriors, heroes. We'll protect you, don't worry.
Okay.
Come on. The great Galloper is with you."
Very well.
Okay.
We will follow.
Eros just looks at Gonk and he says, "What's this shrine then?"
Nothing. It's just a shrine with some old mouldy food on and some flies flying around it.
Not one of the great Gallopers then, I'm for sure. So he puts his hand upon it and does a religion check on it.
He senses great belief from the altar, great natural belief, a strange warmth and uplifting feeling. Nothing more.
Natural, you say?
Mm.
Oh, okay. Gonk, come here. The great Galloper has spoken to me. If you
What?
just downed a whole gallon of ale.
Might have done.
Fantastic. Look, we've got to... I believe the great Galloper wants us to piss upon this shrine.
Okay.
As a gift, Eros unzips or unties his slacks and begins to piss all over the shrine.
Gonk does similar. Gushing all over it.
Brilliant.
Lord
Okay.
Offerton steps in. What are you doing?
Trust us, Lord Offerton. Don't worry. The great Galloper he knows what he's doing.
You
I think
told
that'll
me we
do,
were
Gonk.
going to save the village. You're here trashing it like the other. You're just making a mockery of me.
What are you talking about, man?
You're
You're just
nothing-
washing it down.
You're
It's an
nothing better
offering.
than all these bandits, these ruffians trashing the town. You dare to piss all over our sacred altar, the offerings to the gods.
This is our offering.
Alistair says, "When was the last time you laid an offering to whichever god this is for?"
I lay offerings daily. I lay fruit, flowers. I give the gods a piece of the town, so they shall protect us.
Ah, well, that's very good. And what good has that done you then? Motioning into the town.
He stutters for a moment, and he just breaks down, heavily weeping at the thought. It has done no good. The curse was too strong. No other gods can save us now.
The great Galloper has you. He's got a path for you. Come on. And he gestures to his bodyguards to pick him up.
They console him and lift him under the armpits back to his feet. He stands and just sniffs hard. It must be done. Come, we waste too much time. We should head to
Very
the
good.
church.
Let's go.
They said it's in the north, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look. There's our pet cat.
Or pet cat.
Ah,
Slack.
Slack. Nice of you to join us.
Been waiting a while. You two pissing around.
so you make your way through the town. You can hear the screams and cries in the background. You can see torches flickering in the night. But Lord Offerton guides you directly to the church. This way! Quickly! And you find yourself in front of a large
I love the map
church.
name.
I didn't name it. Find yourself in front of a large church. All life seems to have been drawn from it. The trees around it have died. No birds sing. Nothing seems to live here apart from death.
Oh, this looks inviting.
I'm gonna put my ear up to the door and use my perception to see if I can hear any movement or see anything going on.
No, you can hear a hollow echo of a large room behind the door. There's faint crackling of fires as braziers burn.
Dog's going to walk over and look through this window.
That's what you see.
Can't see anyone.
Can't see
Should
anyone.
we have a little? Should we have a little
Empty
look round the
rooms.
back, sneaking around the back, boys?
Yeah, I think that's wise. This place looks unholy.
What are those red lights I'm seeing in the windows?
Torches. You
They're
can
just
see
lamps.
flames burning.
See, like confession boxes or something.
Yeah, it looks like it.
See somebody.
Yeah, you can see Rizal, the underlord boss, sitting at a desk. Seems to be fiddling with a large pouch or something.
At this point, I'm going to use my stealth to proceed.
Ooh, good shout. Seeing Slap Panther attempting to be stealthy, Eros attempts the same.
Does.
Tiptoeing on his hooves.
Do we know if that's an enemy or is it worth just shooting him through the window?
He was the one that you were.
I think you were there for that, were you?
He befriended them, and he I can't remember how it happened, but Trix ended up in a fight with one of his men, and Trix won the fight basically. So he was friendly to you, but he's like an underground. He's the boss of
Crime lord.
Yeah, he's the boss of the straight talking cult. They're like straight edge.
It were. Since he's busy fiddling with something at a desk, so we see if we can sneak through this window and come up behind him.
These windows you wouldn't fit through. They're because they're on churches. They're old. They're small, thin, like arrow slit windows.
Then I might teleport through the window.
Do it.
Are we looking to kill this guy?
Yeah, fuck it. Scare everyone.
I was thinking, like, if we are, then I'll sneak in and get an advantage attack on him.
I bet you can't.
I think it's once you're in though, I don't think we can help though.
Yeah, but you can teleport out again. We could
No,
go around
I
the front.
can't.
And we
I've
can
only
knock on the
got
front door to
only got-
distract people, and then you could teleport in and
I've only
whack
got
them off.
one teleport per long rest.
Mm.
I think we should let's carry on our search and then come back.
All right.
I thought
There's some bloody footsteps over there.
We
About here. Well,
Doesn't look very appealing in there, does it?
we've cleared the perimeter, boys. I'm going to attempt to open the door.
Okay. I'm coming slowly.
Lord
Oh
Offerton
my
and
word,
his-
that's
That's
so
just
loud.
Lord Offerton and his goons who are just staring down the long, large church hallway. You can see Bria, the old lady from town, knelt over, head bowed, in the centre of the room, and 4 dark black cloaked figures sitting with their heads down on pews, facing forwards.
Okay. Do we get a
They're-
sense of like? Go on.
But they're all backs to us, right?
Yeah. All you can see is these massive cloaks. There's nothing else that you can see of them apart from these just big black cloaks drooped over. You can't see hands, feet, faces, nothing.
And are they aware of us yet?
They haven't reacted to your entrance.
I'm just gonna look in the room and do a perception check to see if I can pick up on anything.
There's an eerie quietness about the place. The braziers glow an eerie red. The whole place just feels dark and full of despair.
Okay. I'm just gonna look back over my shoulder to Offerton. I was like, "What do you know of this?"
This was once our holy church, the place that we came to forgive our sins, to offer our prayers. We have not come for many months now. It looks like a place of death.
So this is the same guy that just said he's gives to the altar that's literally next door every day, and he's never been to the church.
Yeah, he's been to the church. Just not in
This-
months. He hasn't been because
Okay.
Andreas took it over.
Because he doesn't get past the altar. All right.
are we still stealthy?
We've opened the front door, so I'm guessing we're not super stealthy. I don't know.
We could try and. Well, they're not aware of us yet.
No, so we could carry on stealthing.
Try and
I'm gonna
stealth
walk
up.
in. I've got in.
All right. Ah, go on, command of action.
You going in with stealth or not?
Yeah, I'm still stealth.
Okay, still stealthed. I don't need to roll stealth.
No, you don't
then.
have to re-roll it. I've got your numbers.
Okay. Hmm.
Whoa, you got a long way there. Slack.
What was the lady's name again? I seem to never have a good rapport of her.
Dave, I
Maria.
think
Maria.
Maria.
that's the one.
Maria or Bria?
Berea.
Beria.
Berea.
Right, I'm gonna follow Slack then, seeing as
So we could just leave them to it and go see the other guy, or we could speak to him or kill him.
True. So they haven't even noticed us wandering in yet of our stealth, I'm guessing.
Slack Pants and Gonk don't seem to have so far raised any suspicion. None of them have moved.
Aros seems to be a little bit wary with his clippy cloppy hooves on the cobblestone floor. He's like, I'm not very stealthy here, boys.
We could go ahead and speak to the other guy, and because he was a friend, right? And see what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure I'm going the right way. There's a door up to the left that I can see.
oh, and if you go to the corridors and
There's a door up here, yeah. Whoa.
what's going on there?
Everard talking. Tapping on it.
Oh,
No, we can't.
Nothing, Durka. Durka.
I'm gonna open this door.
fucking
Or
hell,
try
where
to.
are you?
Okay, seeing Gonk and Slack stealthily enter the side room, Eros is gonna sit down and are they muttering at all or anything like that? Or
No,
literally
literally just in complete
In
silence.
silence.
Still in
All right.
complete silence.
Okay. Eros just he kind of cowers down behind the bench a little bit.
I've opened the door. There's a guy sitting at the desk still, and then there's another guy who's bald.
Yeah. So there's one of the thugs, one of the cult thugs, is standing facing the door as you enter. Rizal, the large, tattooed. I don't know if you. Hold on.
I've never met these people.
Right,
I
that's
have no
why
idea.
I just need to show you what Rizal looks like, so that you can get an understanding of what's in front of you.
Oh,
Oh, we've met
beautiful.
this chat before, haven't we?
I'm gonna rip them nipple piercings out.
You look for the random chap.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Yeah, classic. Turn it off and on again.
Always
You
the
move-
first thing you should do.
That was strange though, because I had Discord running on my phone, so I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, it was weird because you never disappeared off of there, and I could see your cursor for quite a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it seems to be now that I've set everything to low. Hang on, is that the bloke from The Witcher?
Rizal, no, it looks like him.
There.
He's meaner. So yeah, the bodyguard guy, the bald head, he has seen you. He's staring at you right now.
Staring at Slack.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and use my insight to see maybe what he's thinking, what the overall vibe is in the room.
So strangely, from the bald guy, you sense no immediate even recognition that you're there. He's seen you for sure. Doesn't seem to have had any reaction of it. Almost like it's normal.
Right, then I was gonna confidently walk in like I'm belonging here.
So you walk in. As you walk into the room and stand by the fire, he taps Rizal on the shoulder. Rizal lifts his heavy, weighted head and slowly turns, looking, and the guy next to him says, "Your boss, one of them's here." Rizal turns and looks up and says, What are you beasts doing in my office?"
I have to step out a sec. This is not game chat. My daughter needs help. Sorry.
Pivot on.
All right.
Pivot on.
Eros looks around, sees Salesnap, but can't see Lord Offerton.
No,
It's
Lord
like,
Offerton
God.
and his bodyguards are cowering outside. They are really fearful. They don't seem to have even entered the premises.
What? The bodyguards that were like all flipping up in our faces at the start?
Yeah.
You can't go beyond this point, blah, blah, blah.
Right, I'm back. So
That was quick.
I just had to find a dummy. So, oh fuck, she's off again. Oh god. So, does anyone know why we're here? What we're doing here?
We're trying to find out why everybody's gone mental in town.
All right.
I've got my.
Sales Snap walks up to the old lady at the altar and just kneels down next to her. and just starts to mimic what she's doing.
She's literally not moving at all, but she's bowed her head down, and as she lies there next to him, her head just slowly cranes around and just looks to see the Kenku sit down beside her. And she says, "I've seen your face before."
At this point, I pull out the bag of red powder. I'm still pouting and hold up to her face and go, "Good stuff?"
"Yes, great stuff, isn't it, birdie?"
So in response to this guy, I know we've got two conversations going on at the moment here. I was going to say to him, I've been to hell and back. Me and my friends are looking for answers. The village is in ruins, and there's some weird chanting going on in the church. What can you tell me?
As soon as you speak, Rizal throws the chair down next to him. His bodyguard puts his hand to his hilt and on his blade. "You speak! You beasts don't speak!"
Oh, why did you ask me a question then?
"What madness is this? What magic? What mimicry? You beasts! Your master! It's madness, I tell you. I don't know why I ever had a part in it."
Oh, he's got something to do with this.
Uncle maybe.
So Slack suddenly feels on edge.
As
Oh.
Gonk enters the room as well, both of them seem extremely on edge. They both reach for their weapons, not fully drawing them, but their hands are now readily prepared for a fight should they need to. There's a face of determination in both of them. "Who's this you bring with you? What is the meaning of this? Answer me now, before I call in my army. Do you know who I am?"
Well, not really. This is just my friend. He's been down the
Oh,
pub,
it's just fucking good.
but but him saying that he's got something to do with everything that's been going on, Slack's feeling pretty angry inside. He feels like he's been on this table and unconscious, and he's just sort of raged. He's got an inner rage for this guy, and he's not sure why. But he just stands tall and tries to intimidate him.
"Oh, I see. Think you've got some balls. You think that a smaller man would be intimidated, but I, Rizal, king of the underground straight talking, it's gonna take more than that to intimidate a man like me."
He said that he knew he shouldn't have got involved. Can I persuade him to tell me more about that?
Yeah, you're gonna roll your persuasion.
Ooh.
So you try and persuade him around to answering some questions. He looks down at the bag behind him, looks up, and he says, "I'm not answering questions to someone I don't even know. And what's worse, why do you look like all these other beasts of Andreas? Why do I know you're not a part of this?"
Andreas is the
baddie, effectively.
Yeah. He's the guy
Is
that
that
runs
not
the
the
new
last one we
Bars
got?
company that Lord Offerton
No.
said is
Oh, okay.
here. He's the dark skinned elf.
Okay.
He's been
Well,
pushing his wares on the town.
Gonk just says we're here to stop and less.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to know as a character. I
I'm
know
not sure what I'm meant
I
to
know
know.
what I know, but I'm not sure if Slack knows.
Yeah, Slack knows most of it. I mean, Lord Ofton's just giving you pretty much everything on a plate beforehand. Apart from some other key facts. But you know, essentially, that obviously these neutrine bars have been going around, that there's this mysterious drug that's been going around, that something was going on in the cave where you were found that relates to beastly creatures that look exactly like you. And that this Rizal guy, he's basically just a cult gang boss who's been peddling the more pristine version of Nutriem.
Oh, so he's probably responsible.
I would say so.
Responsible, he's a part of, yeah.
Slack is really building up with anger, and he gets the feeling that this is a guy that's been responsible for all the experiments that have been taking place on him. And Slack's not like the other beasts he talks about, and he's perhaps the first to stand up against the system. And with that, he just explodes into, well, I say explodes, his rage explodes, and all of a sudden it's pure darkness in the room. No one can see anything.
Okay.
I'm blind.
Any reaction to that?
Not immediately, no. It's complete darkness, but Rizal and his bodyguard don't seem to panic at all.
So we've got a choice. We can attack him, or I can attack him with advantage. Gonk can't do shit because he can't. We can shoot in the general direction or something.
What sort of time's passed since Aros last saw his fellow adventurers? Like minutes, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
5-10 minutes, I'd say.
So I probably wouldn't suspect anything. I wouldn't hear it. Would I be able to hear anything that's been happening, or?
No, probably not. No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Actually, everything's pretty silent. You'd hear voices.
Right.
You just wouldn't be able to comprehend what they're saying.
Okay. All right.
Everyone's trying to get out of what he started. Just because he can't talk on Discord, he ain't getting out of it that easy.
Oh, sorry, I'm stuck next to her.
Yeah. Well, you started to have a conversation with the old hag.
Oh, sorry. I thought we
came.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, mate. That's fine.
So she turns her head and she looks at you and she says, "Yeah, birds don't do well in animal cages, do they?"
Hearing himself being referred to as a bird, Sale Snap takes that as a racial slur and just shoves his beak straight in her face. Goes, "Not a bird, Kenku."
She screams and flails her arms. "Oh, murderous swine! I knew you were no good. I knew you shouldn't be here. Kiddies!" And the 4 hoods of the hooded creatures on the pews are flung back in unison.
It would have been useful if I was logged in at that point. I didn't realise there were 4 hooded figures. Oh dear.
Okay.
Hold on,
At this-
hold on.
I know. As you're doing your thing, I'm going to do something at the same time.
Okay, well they stand up and sling their hoods back, and 4 of the wolf-like creatures stand up, scowling a vicious scowl at Sailsnap. And the old lady says, "Yes, birds in animal cages don't do well."
I think
Okay.
we lost Scrags.
Is Scrags asleep?
No,
Almost.
I can't see anything.
Oh,
Oh, can you not actually see anything? Is it pitch black?
No, but the
No.
room's
Brilliant.
pitch black, so
his character's in the dark, and he's falling
Yeah,
asleep
so
in real
he's
life.
decided to
Brilliant.
close his eyes.
No, I was looking at something on my phone. I wasn't eyes out.
Okay.
For fuck's sake. Almost like I've got a curse against me.
Here's a mini game whether you're going to fall asleep or not. So has everyone ended combat?
No, he's in a pretty precarious situation, I'd say.
Where is he?
He's in
He's
the
in the
main
entrance
room.
hall.
Oh, with the okay.
So we've just started 2 fights at the same time, kind of.
Hmm.
Well, you
That's,
have.
that's my fault for not being logged in properly. I didn't realise there was a.
There's 4 counters sitting there.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
I haven't actually engaged with these guys. All of a sudden the whole room just went black. No one knows why.
It's because Sailsnap, you're having a hard time focusing now after the good stuff has been in your system for this amount of time. You're like on and off of it, and you're feeling pretty ropey, and your mind is slightly blurred.
God,
Oh,
a thought's just entered my mind, and I'm going to do it. Okay, right. How do we want to play this? How do we want to play this out? Are we going to go with what's going on in the darkness first?
Go with whatever you're doing first, because we're not actually doing anything yet. We can leave. We can leave if we want.
Right. Turn in to see the 4 beasts appear. Sailsnap is struggling to understand what is going on because he's just looking at. It appears like there's now 4 slack panthers
and
staring at him.
you just see Aras's head peek out from behind one of the benches.
So, like looking down, he sees he's still got a full bag of the red stuff he was meant to be pushing on the rest of the town.
Who was
He
it
just
that
know-
told you to do that? Was it Rizal's mate? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rizal's mate.
So Slack Panther is currently. Oh, you wouldn't know this, would you? Never mind.
No, I wouldn't know he's up there. But not sure what's going on. Sailsnap just shoves his beak straight in the bag and does the entire bag in one snort. And then just looks at all 4 of them and goes, "Good stuff?" And places his hand on his trusty kebab skewer, ready for them to make their move.
They stand there snarling, poised and ready, but not moving. Berea on the ground just stares in disbelief as he snorts or does whatever he does to the entire bag of good stuff.
I'm trying to figure out where the actual, if it's like an actual giant crow's beak, the nostril would be right up at the base, wouldn't it? So I imagine he's
Gotta
almost
get
like
it
tipped
right
his
in the
head back,
bag.
and he's like, tipping, like literally in there like a feed
Just
bag
slide
for an animal.
down
He's
there.
right in there.
Overhangs his beak over the edge of the table.
So her eyes glow wide and she says, "Listen, bird, you want me to set my kitties on you? Or you want to see the boss?"
Boss, have good stuff?
"Yes, good stuff."
He kind of, hearing this, he takes his hand off the pommel of his longsword and just kind of like throws his beak like behind her, like towards her, and just says, "Boss, boss," as in like motioning for her to take him somewhere.
Yeah, she looks at the 4 beasts and and seems to offer some instructions, non-verbal instructions, and the beasts move in unison to create a barrier for entering, and she points to the back of the room, the back right of the room where the bloody footsteps go. You'll find him downstairs, I'm sure. He'll be pleased to see you.
Pleased to see me. And as he scuttles off, he casts the Magatory just next to Eros and says, 4 friends, stay.
All right, and what are you guys going to do at the top there?
Well, I'm not doing much because I can't see.
Yes, Gronk's on the verge of falling asleep.
Yeah.
Slack's pretty raged, and he's thinking about trying to chop this guy's hand off.
I'm trying to remember, how punchy were the beasts before?
I don't know, because it's hard to say because he took quite a few hits to get him, but I think it was just some bad swings. Or on your behalf, you were throwing some pretty terrible rolls that night.
Yeah, I was.
I don't feel like this guy's entertaining a conversation.
Kill him.
Tried to speak to him, and all he said was, "You don't speak."
I particularly enjoyed that. He asked you a question and then was shocked that you answered. Unless it was a double bluff and it's been clever.
Maybe it was a rhetorical question.
So with that, Slack casts Hex on him.
Here we go.
Oh no, can't do that. I have to concentrate to do that. So instead, I'll do my Hexblade Curse.
2-6.
Oh god, that's like a bit of split combat.
So it's cursed for a minute. I gain bonus damage against the cursed target.
Get any bonuses for attacking the dark as well?
I get advantage.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'm about to go punchy.
And then I forget which one I have to use to attack. Is it Booming Blade? It's been a while, sorry guys.
That's all right, mate.
Yeah, this is the one. So then I use my Booming Blade to do the attack, which just means if he gets hit and then he moves, he takes more damage. So I'm going to whip out my Mr. Floppy and try and chop off some of his piercings on his chest and arm. Literally just slice down.
Oh. Brutal.
How do I roll with advantage? Can't remember.
I think it's when you click on it, it should
I think
give
it
you...
tells you, down it says that there's an option for normal or advantage.
Yeah.
How would I miss?
Okay.
Yeah, Slack's about to... He's...
He's gone in on him.
is attempting to slice off his piercings on his chest.
Okay.
Shame that wasn't a 19. It would have been a crit.
I'm assuming the bloke's not got any armour, because unless his piercing counts as like.
But we'll find out.
Is that a hit?
He's got studded leather in parts, but he's so hench. His skin is like studded leather armor.
Was that a hit?
Did you not target him? Didn't I tell you?
No, I didn't.
I seem to remember last time, every
yes,
time
that's a hit.
he targeted something, he hit himself.
That was him because he was doing his blade thing that has a circular target.
Oh, that's it.
So I hit him for 15.
So we are in combat now anyway, so let me sort this out.
I assume my end, there won't be. We don't know that they're in a fight at the other end, so we won't necessarily start launching at each other, will we?
No,
Me and the cats.
I'm just going to limit your movement. Will be limited to your movement amount on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
turn.
of course.
You won't know.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
won't know the fight's going on.
Actually, 17 damage he should have taken.
Okay.
Because he's not showing up with having my curse either. I can try and recast that on him if it makes life
try
easier.
And cast curse just so it does it. You target him and then do
It
the
does.
curse.
How about that?
I love the fact that Gonk's just stood in the dark, wondering what the fuck is going on.
You can hear shit happening.
Yeah, so his curse, I did target him, but it hasn't
I don't know.
marked him with it. So yeah, he takes 17 damage.
Yeah, I've done that.
Is it-
Done it, done it.
Oh fuck! He's got a lot of health.
I don't believe it.
Or maybe it's about 100. Maybe 150.
Wonderful.
And after having done that, Slack's gonna just retreat kind of into this corner. Assuming I can stand there.
Yeah.
I've got no end turn button.
No, I haven't started the combat yet. Just needed to get that done and then I will start it. Need the
Yeah, where's my
initiatives.
roll initiative again?
It's on the carousel thing.
Yeah.
Little dice icon.
Yeah, the little button at the top, the little red dice. You can press that.
I'll just roll. Oh, we'll have some of that.
Nice.
Rizal rolls at 22.
Of course he does.
He's a gang
Yeah,
leader.
true.
He's going to be pretty hench.
Yeah, he's the boss of the underworld, isn't he? Meanwhile, I'm about to go all Kurt Zuma.
Right, so in complete darkness, Rizal just swings his sword around in front of him. Not blindly, he's not stupid. He swings it looking for a target, trying to find something, and realising that Slack Panther's no longer there, shouts through the room. You wimp! Blind me and make puny attacks. Fight me like a real man. And that's it.
And Slack doesn't respond because he doesn't want to give away his position.
Scrags.
Well, not being able to see or do anything, I'm gonna randomly. Can I attempt to hit anything?
You can if you can aim in the direction where you think things are, and you get disadvantage. But to be fair,
Well, I was going to go point that way and do poison spray, so it's not really a hit miss
you
thing,
can
is
do
it?
that. Well, you can do that, but they'll get advantage on the save.
Well, what have we done? No, it's only got 10 foot.
Can also leave the room if you want.
Hmm? Do what?
You could
'Cause
back away out of the darkness.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna do that.
Isn't I forget his name. Sail Snap incoming with loads of another
No,
gang.
not yet.
No, they weren't engaging maliciously. They were sort of blocking his exit and telling him to head downstairs out the back to meet the boss.
Well, I can see them lot now. Why am I going? Right. So that'll do. Done. End my turn.
I'll do it. There you go. Sail Snap.
Seeing Gonk coming from the other way, Sail Snap realises that there must be trouble ahead. So, as a bonus action, he will cast Thunderous Smite on his longsword. And then,
I can't even see Gonk.
Don't you cast Thunderous Smite when you get hit?
no, Thunderous Smite you put on a weapon, and then
Okay. I thought it was like a normal smite, well, a variant.
that Thunder. There you go. So that lasts for a minute, and the first time I hit, they take 2. What is it? I think it's an extra like 2d6 lightning damage.
Right.
And then, whilst it looks like he's walking out of the room, he suddenly turns and launches at the nearest beast to him and says, "All right, bird beats cat," and swings his longsword.
So you've gone back to.
Hey, that's right.
So now I've got to put all. Okay. Who are you swinging that at? The cat, the beast.
The cat. Sorry, I should have targeted him. Apologies. Do you right click to target or
Yeah.
double click?
I think you can double click, right click to target, and then the target on the left.
That's it. Sorry, mate. So I've hit for 19, which I assume is a hit.
Can't remember. Yep, it's a hit.
Right. So do damage to start. So he takes 9. And then the Thunderous Smite. Oh, 2d6, and I rolled a 3.
I forgot to do a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Because if you don't do it, if you fail, you get knocked 10 feet and fall prone.
Right, okay.
Ooh.
I believe I only rolled a 3.
I can.
Yeah, I can massively. To be fair, I'm amazed I rolled. And to be fair, I rolled quite well on the first hit, so I'll take
Yeah.
that.
Right, so how much damage did he take altogether then?
So he took 9, 12.
Yeah, so that did that other one for some reason. Yeah, and so he gets knocked back 5 feet and falls prone.
And he's not prone. That's it.
So he's like thrown back over the pew, which falls backwards, and he just slams down in the pew behind, falling prone, and enters the combat. On seeing this, the old hag, again non-verbally, issues commands to the others who rage up. She turns and says, "Silly bird! Get 'em, kiddies!"
Did I miss my go there?
No,
No, these are just entering combat.
they're just 4 more of entered combat.
Turn markers on this guard though, not
Yeah,
a werewolf on me.
That's because it jumped. It jumped from, because that was Salsnap's end of go, but those werewolves came in after that. So he goes. Where are you in the turn order?
I'm the second.
He's a
slack vampire.
I
That's what I
can't
mean.
tell which. Oh, there you are.
It should have gone to me or the first
Yeah.
werewolf, I guess.
Yeah. Do you? We'll assume that they jumped in after it went to you.
Slack pounces back towards this dude. What's his name? Rizal. And goes for another slash on his left side of his chest with this Mr. Floppy.
You're
fucking
hitting
hit
yourself.
Hit myself. What the fuck? Let's try again.
It's going to damage you.
What should I do? Roll again?
Yeah, just roll it again and hope it hits.
Well, it'll be advantage. So. All right.
Did you target him?
I did.
Nice.
Got to add 2 to that. So 16. And then I'll just pounce back into my corner.
I'm letting you off the reactions of you not disengaging because it's pitch black, by the way.
Well, I already checked the rules, and he can't take an opportunity attack because he can't target me.
That was the rule I was making up, but I'm glad to know it is a rule.
Yeah. You have to target someone to be able to do an opportunity attack. So yeah, technically I'm not disengaging, but he can't attack me either. I can't pass 10.
I love the idea this bloke's just flailing about in the dark. He's getting battered about. He
Yeah.
kicks back, no idea what's going on.
Losing his piercings.
He's lost 2 nipples.
Oh.